Buemi is up, Vern is not. Buemi goes up into second place, and Vern doesn't make it through in the DS. So Lotterer, Buemi, De Grassi and Fenestraz advance through to the duels. Now it's Jake Hughes, currently third, remains in third, and no one else is improving at the end of this session. Big slide for Mortara, only 8th for the Maserati team, and Evans doesn't make it through. So Dennis, Ticktum, Hughes and Verline going through to the duels. The first duel, Lucas De Grassi against Sebastian Buemi. And it is a 13.0, 8-1 for Lucas De Grassi. It's a quick lap, but Buemi looks like he's going quicker. He's just over a 1/10 of a second ahead. Oh, but he's lost time.
Lost it in the final sector.
He's lost time through the Foro Sol. Big final corner here for Sebastian Buemi. The time ebbs away again, and it's close to the line. 200ths of a second, but it is Lucas De Grassi. Sasha Fenestraz up against Andre Lotterer. Here comes Lotterer into the first corner, now in the Avalanche Andretti, and Fenestraz was 1/4 of a second quicker than Lotterer in sector 1. Full commitment from the French Argentine. Oh, Lotterer's got ahead. Big first corner for Fenestraz, but now the time is slipping away a little bit. Out of the final corner now, drives towards the line, takes the checkered flag and beats him by 400ths. Jake Hughes up against Dan Ticktum. Hughes through the right, out across the line. And the benchmark time that Hughes sets is a 12.788. That's a rapid lap from Jake Hughes, but Ticktum is closing in on him. Less than 2/10 of a second away. Alex Wee watching on, Ticktum across the line. Hughes is through by just over a 1/10. Next up, Pascal Verline against Jake Dennis. Here he comes out of the final corner and actually loses time in the final sector, cuts the timing beam. It's come down to just over a 1/10 of a second, so Dennis not having a neat final sector, and he only does it by 300ths. De Grassi will be up against Andre Lotterer, and Jake Dennis will be up against Jake Hughes. Andre Lotterer against Lucas De Grassi, and a bit of a lock-up there from Lotterer. He's gone off. Lotterer's off at turns 5 and 6, and that should be strong news for De Grassi as long as he doesn't make a mistake now. And De Grassi goes quicker by 1.5 seconds, and he's into the final, second semi-final. Jake Dennis versus Jake Hughes. Dennis is in the mix here. It's not over. He's 200ths down on Hughes, that's all. And now he's 200ths up on Hughes. Dennis now heading to the final couple of corners. Swings it through the right-hander. You can hear him just feathering the throttle. Back on the power. 300ths now to Dennis. Dennis does a 12.5. It's a massive lap, but Hughes is fractionally ahead. Here he comes now, out of the Perotada. 300ths the advantage. We're going to get one more check before the line. Oh, big slide from Hughes. There's 6,000ths between them.
He's lost it.
Across the line, Dennis is through. Dennis does it. Here we go then, the final. Lucas De Grassi against Jake Dennis. And down towards turn 1. De Grassi made it through turn 1 unscathed. Oh, he's a little wide, maybe at 5 and 6. And De Grassi's quicker though through turn 1 by 1/10 of a second. Hughes was fractionally quicker than Dennis actually through the... Oh, Dennis has made an error! Dennis must have made an error.
He's off.
But De Grassi's sliding all over the place. Dennis has lost 0.8 of a second. It's another lockup. It's done for Dennis. Surely it's done for Dennis. 2 errors. And the car's all over the place. And De Grassi's got a 1.2 second margin here.
Two duels in a row where it's been handed to him.
Lucas De Grassi comes through the final corner now. He's got a 3-second margin. Here's Dennis's radio.
Otherwise, you need to finish the lap. Still need to finish the lap.
He's got to keep pushing.
Apologises to the team, but it doesn't matter. Lucas De Grassi across the line, and in his first race for Mahindra, takes pole position in Mexico City. Lucas De Grassi is back. Pole position. Dennis is closing the gap a little bit, but De Grassi would have backed off. The team would have told him to back off. Across the line comes Dennis. Confirmation. Pole for Mahindra. Their third pole position in Mexico City.